Are you in the market for a brand new rugged phone? Today I'm doing comparison between some unique rugged phones from Doogee. Stay tuned. Okay guys, but let's have a look what we're gonna find in the box. And I have to say, I am a huge fan of rugged phones. I have reviewed several on my channel. I know these phones are not for everyone, but I have noticed popularity of rugged phones in the last couple of years, and I think they offer good value for money, decent performance, and a battery life. And in my opinion, these phones are really good for kids, for younger audience. I've got here Doogee, however you want to call them, S100 Pro, something like this. And my son's been using this phone for over a year, and I don't need to worry about crashing this phone. It's just brilliant. Great for gaming, battery life is brilliant. But let's talk about these three phones. Now, if you are in the market for a rugged phone, then you might consider one of those phones. Also, at the end of the video, I will be able to tell you which phone I like the best. They all have its pros and cons, of course. But let's start with V30. I have reviewed V30T before, but this is the regular version, and I really like the color. Nice texture, really nice build quality. Let's move on to S100 Pro. I'm very excited about this comparison, guys, because I have never reviewed so many rugged phones in one go. Okay, so this is definitely the biggest phone. Wow. Very similar build quality. The colors are slightly different. This is huge. Okay, put it there. And the last one, V20 Pro. Well, let's talk about the price. Let's start from the left side here. We've got the Doogee V30, and this can be purchased for around $525. They do some really good discounts in the moment because this phone was about $599. This one here, Doogee S100 Pro, you can get it for $399. So this is the cheapest so far out of these three. However, this was also down from $599. Wow. And I've got Doogee V20 Pro, $569. However, originally this phone cost $7,999, which is the most expensive. But let's talk about build quality, design, and so far I really like this orange color on the V30. Don't get me wrong, the black is not bad, but it's just stand out this one a little bit more than its competitors. Right, remember guys, these phones are rugged. So we've got IP68, water and dust resistant. On the top of that, you've got military rating, which means you can put any of those devices in the water up to 1.5 meters for 30 minutes. You can drop it for 1.8 meter. That's pretty insane. On the top of that, you can put it for 24 hours in the concrete deep for 1 meter. That's pretty insane. Wow. So this is for sure the heaviest device. This one has the biggest battery. Wait for this, guys. 20,000 milliamp hour battery. This is huge. They claiming the battery will last you up to 10 days, and I can totally understand that. This Doogee V30 has the battery 10,800, so half of the size of this one. But they're also claiming the battery will last you about 5 days. Not bad at all. And then we've got the V20 Pro. This is the lightest device, 290 grams versus 540, then 379 grams. However, it still has decent battery of 6,000 milliamp hour battery, and they are claiming you should be able to get about 2-3 days from that. And what I like on here, you've got that little stand. So if you want to watch some movies, take some pictures, you can literally put it on the side and you're ready to go. That's a really nice feature. So in terms of connectivity, we have 5G available only on 2 devices. Sadly, 4G only on S100 Pro. But let's have a look at what we're going to find in the boxes. And I've got the feeling they're going to offer quite a lot, because as I said before, I have reviewed some of the rugged phones before, and then we got some screen protectors, battery of course in the box, and it's really good because this V30 has really fast charging. You got 66 watt fast charging. Let's have a look what we're going to find here. Again, screen protector, also charger in the box. However, this one doesn't charge as fast. However, 33 watt is still fast enough in my opinion. And the last one here. Oh, for some reason, no screen protector here. Okay, we still got charger in the box. And the speed of charging, again, not bad at all, 33 watts. Let's turn on these devices and see how they compare with display. But before we do that, I have to mention that the Doogee V30 is the only phone that got eSIM available, which means you can have additional 4 SIMs. They all have dual SIM modes, which is brilliant, and expandable storage up to 2 terabytes. Very, very nice indeed. Now I can see here that the Doogee V20 Pro has case put it on already, which is always a nice touch. Love it. Let's get it off and have a look. How does it compare to other phones? And then you can see that we got NFC available not only on this phone, but it's also available on all these 3 devices. Let's peel. Oh, don't want to peel the screen protector. That's it. So that's one. Sadly, none of these devices has headphone jack, which is a bit of a shame because I know loads of people still like to have that headphone jack available. Now, in terms of display, you can clearly see the difference. We've got IPS screens here, and this is the maximum brightness versus AMOLED. And this is way brighter. It's just so much more pleasure to use it. So in my opinion, AMOLED is always way to go. However, some people prefer the battery. If you can run a phone for 10 days or more with a huge light, then this is the option for you. I think this is something in between because you still got that decent battery. Again, gaming, etc. All phones have fingerprint scanner. Pretty fast and sweet. Okay, not as fast. And the last one. Okay, now I'm going to have a look at the face unlock. Not bad. Oh, that was even faster. And the last one. Happy days. Now, in terms of display, you can clearly see the difference. We've got AMOLED here versus LCD. They're all capable of taking refresh rate 120 Hz, which is pretty impressive for rugged devices. And they have all of these phones 2K display. Really nice. Very similar size, we've got 6.58 inches, 6.58 inches, and 6.43 inches on this V20 Pro. But which one do you prefer so far? Everyone's different. Everyone's got different needs. For me, in terms of display, yes, the AMOLED is better. But if you're not watching movies, you want a really reliable phone that will last you forever, and then you do camping, then you're probably going to consider this. But let's talk about performance. Now, all these phones have decent performance. Now we have, it actually says on the box, these two phones have expandable RAM up to 20 gigabytes. So you've got 12 standard and 8 gigs of RAM, okay, expandable. However, the V30 has 7 and you've got 8 expandable, which means you can upgrade it to 15. And they all have 258 gigabytes of storage. Nice. Right, now let's talk about the camera. I'm going to go through the numbers, but of course I will be comparing the pictures and the video quality. So we've got here on Doogee V20 Pro 46 megapixel main sensor, 24 megapixel night vision, and 8 megapixel thermal camera. This is something new that I have never seen on a smartphone before, so it'll be interesting to see what it's like. Now, both of these phones have exactly the same camera. We have 108 megapixel main sensor, 20 megapixel night vision, and there is a 16 megapixel ultra wide angle, which also work as macro lens. What do you think? Which one is going to be the best in terms of camera performance? I nearly forgot. Selfie. We've got 16 megapixel selfie camera, and then both of these two 32 megapixels. I know rugged phones aren't really designed for being amazing photography and videography devices, but it's good to have some reliable setup. V20 Pro, this is selfie camera, 1080p 30 fps. What do you think? Is this something that you would consider using? This is also a microphone sound coming from this device. And I like the fact there is a portrait mode available for selfies, and there's loads of filters available too. This is selfie from Doogee S100 Pro. Again, 1080p 30 fps. What do you think? This is the sound coming from this device. Sadly, there's no portrait video modes, but we've got black and white available. However, I like the fact how much wider the selfie wider angle is. This is V30, exactly the same sensor as we find on S100 Pro, so there's no surprise. The same ultra wide angle on a selfie, black and white available, no portrait for photography. So which one is actually better? This is V20 Pro main sensor. I'm going to check on stabilization. This is 2K highest resolution. What do you think? S100 Pro. This is the quality. Stabilization is great because we've got ultra wide angle available here. On the top of that, there is also main sensor. What do you think? Is stabilization better? And this is V30, exactly the same sensor, 16 megapixel ultra wide angle, and this is stabilization. And now I switch to the main sensor. These are the colors. stabilization. What do you think? But I'm going to take some pictures now and we're going to compare the quality. By the way, if you are enjoying my content, please do me a huge favor and subscribe to my channel, because I want to really reach that 100k by the end of the year. Cheers. But let's talk about gaming experience, and I have to say I did not experience any issues whatsoever. No lag, no frame rate drops, anything like this on any of those three devices. Even though the V20 Pro is the least powerful, it was absolutely fine. I would not tell the difference. Sadly, the speakers weren't as powerful on V20 Pro as you can find them on S100 and the V30 Pro. But let's go and have a look at some multimedia. So this is the Netflix. Sadly, all devices support only SD quality, which is the lowest. Sadly, I could not find any high resolution than that. But check this out for yourself. This is the V30. Same movie with S100 Pro.
Trust your primal instincts. Just breathe it.
In my opinion, this is a little bit louder. They are on highest volume. And the last one, V20 Pro, as you can see, maximum playback resolution. It is the smallest V20. And let's go and check the movie. Maximum volume. And the brightness.
Trust your primal instincts. Just breathe the pain away, Anne.
Are you fucking breathe the goddamn pain away, Barry?
You're doing great. Just keep going.
Barry, can you please put down your fucking phone?
Hey, you want this? Trust me, you're making beautiful memories. Oh, shit. That really sucks.
So these are the screens, and you can see this is the AMOLED screen, and you've got the LCD displays. There's loads of similarities between the phones. They all have its pros and cons. However, I really like the V30 design. It can wireless charge, is one of only phone here. On the top of that, you've got eSIM connectivity. However, I don't really use any of those functions. But on the other side, we've got that incredible battery, brilliant camping light on S100 Pro. The battery will last you up to 10 days, but for me, 500 grams and over, way too big. So my choice is definitely V20 Pro, and for a couple of reasons. The first one is the AMOLED screen. Also, this is the lightweight device, not to mention about that amazing thermal camera, and I've been playing with it, and you know what? It's really cool. I will be using this more often with the kids, tracking some animals and my dogs. This was a really cool feature. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Please let me know your thoughts, and I'll catch you in the next one. Please make sure you check out the links in the description below, because Doogee do all the time some discounts, so make sure you check that out.